Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you are watching God, Sex, and Love. Today, we're going to talk about born-again virgins. So if you are ready for this conversation, then stay tuned. Welcome back to God, Sex, and Love. It is time to have this conversation. I have two of my favorite people on the line again. Give it up for Miss Melvaree Witherspoon. She's back. Hey, lady.
Hello. Nice to meet you again.
Yes, good to see you again, sis. And none other than my brother from another mother.
What's going on? I'm glad to be back. Look, I'm back to be glad to be in the house again.
I know. It's so convenient just to do it this way, right? But maybe one day we'll all be in person. But for now, this works. This works. Thank you guys for understanding about coronas. But anywho, so I hear that you all may have something to add to this conversation in regards to born again virgins. Are we all virgin? Well, I guess not me, but are you all?
I could start. So for me, this is like year 5, and it's like 5 years ago I had this epiphany that you can't keep asking God to present a man to you that you want, that's good for you, that is for God, that's for your family, your kids. You can't ask Him to bring someone in your life if you continue to do what you're doing, if that makes sense. So in my mind, it's like, Mel, you can't keep praying and asking for a man. Like, Lord, please bring me someone that's going to be good for me, that's going to do right by you, my family, my kids, just somebody that's going to do right. But at the same time, you doing some of the stuff over here. Like, what are you doing? And you just ask, didn't you just ask me something? Then you were here doing some other stuff that just ain't right. That's just not right. So I had to look at it like that, and it was like, okay, shut it down. And I shut it down, and all my girlfriend like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Like, I am in my box, minding my business, doing what I want to do. And we just gonna leave that box alone. So that was my whole purpose of, just letting it go, just shutting it down until He brings someone to me that is right for me. And I don't want to keep not listening to Him when, it's like, no, Are you going to listen to me? My child, are you going to listen? If you're not going to listen, I'm going to keep throwing some crazy stuff at you. So I just had to really just back down. And I know people think I'm crazy. I'm 54. And it's just like, no, I'm good. I'm good until He brings Him my way. So that's my story. I'm sticking with it, and I'm holding on to it.
Look, hold on to it. Hold on to it. So, for me, my story is, so I almost hit 5 years one time before. I was at 4 years. This time I'm at about, I want to say like 2.5 years. For me, it's more about connecting with people. So I believe that sex is more than something that's just physical. I feel like it is also spiritual as well. So I feel like if you are somebody that's, just going in with all these different people, you're giving yourself a piece of you're giving a piece of yourself to them, and them in return doing the same. And so sometimes people be wondering why they are connected to certain things or why things are going on in their lives. And so it's like, you know what, let me just refrain from it. I do not want any extra stuff in my life that's not meant for me. And so I, like you, I just halted it. And look, I got enough of my own stuff I'm trying to I'm waiting for the Lord to come and what's the word, release or change. And so I don't need somebody else's stuff attached to me that I also got to pray for the Lord to remove from my life. So, oh, that's the word, deliverance. So life is a lot easier without all that extra stuff.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. Both of I feel both of you guys. I know I'm in a different place right now. I get it, right? So don't be like, oh, with Murph, you can't say nothing because you're in a different place. Well, I totally understand where both of you all come from. There's a couple of things I want to touch real quick. First of all, can we acknowledge that Miss Mel says she's 54? Sorry,
what? Come on.
If you had said, come on, 50, what the world going on? Like, look, I want to be like you when I grow up. Honey.
Look, that's why I'm trying to, eat right, drink my water, do a little, some coconut water, some sea moss.
Everybody pull their water.
Yeah. Everybody got their water.
Yeah.
Yo, so first of all, let's just acknowledge that. Okay, looking good, Miss Mel. Look.
Right. Come on now.
Okay. And then, like, second of all, like, bro, like I said, I feel both of you all on what you both said. I feel like I was pretty much there where you guys are. I was there too. Now, like, I was somebody that held on. I held on to my 20s. I was doing my best. I'm like, Lord, you know what I want, Lord, or X, Y, and Z. Because these topics was always on my mind. See, that's where it comes from. Because these were things I was always thinking about. But anyway, so I got a whole story about that. So we ain't got to get into all of that. But what I'm saying is, like, but I came to that place, like you said, Miss Mel. I came to that place where it was like, okay, I found myself fooling around though. Like, you ever try to find loopholes and be like, okay,
come on, loophole.
Thanks. Like, but I can do some other stuff. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. So I was there. I was in that place. Like, well, I'm not doing the dude, but I'm doing some other stuff. So eventually, like you just said, Miss Mel, I came to that same conclusion. Like, okay, Miracle, you want to be married, you want, like, a relationship for real, things like that. So why are you fooling around when you really want marriage? Or why are you fooling around when you really want a legit relationship? Or, and so I came to that conclusion too. And I was like, well, I'm going to have to just stop. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to, like, not continue that. Now, I ain't going to sit here and act like I'm perfect or nothing like that. Because even with before, this is like years before I met my husband, it was like this whole thing about, does he even exist? Like, I believe that there's this man out here, but I mean, I don't see him around. So, so to be honest, I was kind of just taking advantage of what I could get at the time. And I'm being honest.
Not what you can get at the time.
Bad case, man. You be like, well, who knows when this is gonna happen again. Anyway, so but what I'm saying is, bringing it back to the subject, is that I totally feel both of you guys, and I totally understand. And you guys are saying that you guys are years into it at this point. For the record, do you all feel any regret by being years into it? Do you guys feeling like
absolutely not? Absolutely not.
I don't feel any regret, and I'm gonna tell you why. I actually feel good because I sit and listen to my girlfriend and listen to what they're going through. And it's like, I ain't got that problem. Because again, it's a physical, it's a mental thing. When you interact with someone and you begin to be intimate, there are a lot of things that come to play. And if it goes sideways, that thing will mess you up. It literally will, because you have become intimate with each other. And I try to tell people, like, just chill, just wait, just get the person. Why is it always that when you meet somebody, the first thing you got to is, oh, I want to get with them? Like, don't you want to get to know them first? Because once you become intimate, that whole situation changes. It literally changes when you become intimate. The first time you lay down with them, it changes the whole situation. And it plays with mind if that other person is not where you want them to be or where they should be. It just, I read it? Heck no, because I got a big piece of mind right now. Whew. 5 years peace. I kid you not. I'm not dealing with any drama. I'm good.
Did you want to answer that before I ask my next thing?
Oh, I mean, I was gonna say that, like I said earlier, life is definitely a lot simpler. You don't have all this extra stuff going on. So yeah, I no mistakes. I feel like it's always a good decision when you put yourself first in any situation.
That's good. Okay, now I'll tell y'all what my struggle was while I was yet holding on. I was always horny, and I didn't know what to do with it. And I'm like, because obviously, you're like, okay, I'm not supposed to do this, I'm not supposed to do that, I'm not supposed to do that, I'm not supposed to do this. And so I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, that's just me.
Okay, so I'll start off. So with this topic, I had to do a little research, right? So my research was, if you are a born again virgin, are you not supposed to masturbate? And my research, I came to how it is today. Many people have different definitions of born again virgin and things of that nature. So sometimes the words are interchangeable, and it may depend on the person. So I have to honestly say, I am choosing not to deal with other people when it comes to sex, but I take care of myself.
Listen, I mean, I get it. I mean, and that's something that I've struggled with throughout my life too. I mean, I've shared on the podcast before about, like, long story short, being introduced to sex at an early age, or not even just sex, but like sexual things, put like that. I wasn't introduced to sex per se, but sexual things at a young age. And so I dealt with masturbation too, and I struggled with, should I be doing this? Should I not be doing this? And then I'm like, well, honestly, that's probably what kept me a lot of years from doing, or from having sex, because it's like, because I already knew the consequences of sex. You know what I mean? I knew all the consequences of sex. So I'm like, that's probably another reason why for years I didn't engage in it, because it was like, okay, I'm not ready for no consequences, honestly. So, yeah, like, I struggle with the masturbation things. I'm like, I don't know if I'm not supposed to, but at the same time, I'm like, sometimes you just gotta
Look, I feel like if you have to pick one or the other, I would rather exchange spirits with my own spirit than with the one that I don't.
Love it. What you got to say, Miss Mel? You real quiet over there. She real quiet.
I'm listening because I'm like, he's exchanged spirits with his own. So I like that. I like that.
Look, at least I know everything that's going on with me, so I'm all right. Now, I may not know everything that's going on with someone else, so I just take care of myself and go about my business.
Hey,
and it's in the back of my mind. It's just like there's just so much stuff going on, and people are just not honest, and that's when I meet someone. Lord, that's like 5 years ago, but it's always like I have this conversation of let's just be truthful, just I'm a woman, I'm a grown woman. I'll say it Christian, like, I'm a grown woman, but it from another way. And whatever we need to talk about, be honest about the whole situation. That's not beat around the bush or, keep skeletons in the closet. If you got something going on, let us sisters know about it.
Right.
And I think that's a lot of things. Like, you meet somebody and you're trying to get to know them and got a skeleton in their closet and you just like, man, I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this.
Yeah.
I really don't have time. And the good part is that we haven't been intimate, so it really doesn't affect me spiritually. It doesn't affect my heart, my mind, my soul, my body. But guess what? We ain't done nothing. It's just like, boy. But if you had, intimate, if you had laid with that person and that whole thing happened, then you start, and it was wrong with a lot of us. We emotionally involved, and as soon as something happens, we just ready to bust tires, but winds, and it's like, well, it hadn't have slept so soon, you wouldn't be feeling all them emotions.
Right.
it wouldn't happen.
It's real.
You just be like, again, bye, because I'll tell somebody in a minute, bye, I'm good. I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm good. So, yeah. I'm literally good. I'm like you, Casey. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying being a born-again virgin.
Right.
I put it on the shirt. Born again virgin. No, on the shirt. If God hit you my way, or come my way.
Yeah.
And since we're on this, do you have a set time that you would that you have like preset when you like start dating someone? It's like, okay, well, it's gonna be a year wait, or 6 months, or when I feel ready or led that we need to take the next steps.
I have not really been on a date in 5 years, so I can't. It's kind of hard for me to say. The last person just really tamed my soul, and I just really was just like, let me shut down, because he's telling me something of his and I'm not listening. I'm misbehaving. I'm not following the words. I'm not following his plans. I'm just doing what I want to do out here, wilding out. And I'm just at a point of, I don't even know I don't know how I'll if somebody, I don't know, maybe it just had a feeling within me like, okay, maybe this right person for me. But I've never put a time limit on it. Like, okay, like I'm gonna give my 6 years. If I ain't nobody in 6 years, I'm just gonna go back all out. No, it's not gonna happen. It's just, I think me is when I meet that person and it feels right, the communication is good. It's like deep down in my soul, it's like a natural connection, and it doesn't involve a sexual relationship, more so a spiritual, a healthy relationship, then that might be the person. But because of COVID-19, our it's kind of like hard to like date right now. So it's just like, hey, we just gonna ride with it, keep rolling with it, and I'm gonna do me and keep it rolling.
Right.
Because I'm not going to nobody's church. I'm not. Luckily I went to football game today, but I made sure they over there, you over there. All right. So, but I don't have a time. I mean, I'm not giving myself no time. I'm 54. I already got my kids. I ain't having no more. So it's not a time limit for me. It's like whenever he brings somebody in front of my face and say, here he is. And I'm gonna be like, you sure now? I don't want to question, but you know, you done had me wait this long. Are you sure this is the right one? So we just gonna.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
You don't want to question it, but then sometimes you get.
Yeah, I agree. It's that everything definitely has to align and pretty much align and feel right. You know, if it ain't in that alignment, then it's like, nah, I'm good.
That's real, man. I think it's a beautiful thing that we having this conversation, and we have both a man and a woman that is discussing this, because I think a lot of times you might hear that, you know, there's women that are waiting, but you don't really necessarily hear about the men that are waiting. And there's plenty of men that are waiting. There's plenty of men that are, you know, maybe they consider themselves born again versions. I don't know about all that. I don't know everybody's details. But what I'm saying is, I know that there are men out there waiting, or at least it's interesting to see, like, okay, now you can see, like, here's a gentleman here and here's a woman here, you know. I was wondering, like, when it comes to this whole thing with sex and stuff, it's like, as you guys say, we both, well, I guess all of us know that it's more than just the act, and everything like that. And I think people know that in the back of their minds, but then it's like, I don't even know how to form the question. It's like, what is that?
You know, women can always say, oh no, this is something emotional, I'm just doing this, whatever. But there's a small piece in your brain that is saying it's emotional. It's an emotional connection. You can't, I don't know. If you're let's take it this way. If you are a hooker, per se, prostitute, and you're out with any and everybody, but you're always this one particular person that you're always with, at some point you become emotionally involved with a hooker. And this is my thinking now. This is me thinking it now. I could be wrong. But when you constantly with the same person over and over, and you're engaging, you know, sexual acts and stuff, then there's a part of you that you become emotionally attached to that person. And I could be wrong, but I just think it is. For men, I don't know. I don't know how they act, but for a female, because they're such caring people, when you're involved with somebody and you're constantly, interacting with them, sleeping with them, having sex with them, you get emotionally attached to them. You really do. You really get emotionally attached. And then when something happens, that's when you're losing your mind. You lose your mind.
Yeah,
And
that's
I don't
what
know. I could be wrong, but I just think it's just once you're with someone, and even if you're not dating them, and what are they doing? We just chill.
Because your love has set me free. I'm alive. Yeah, believe in me.
Thank you so much to my two good friends, Melvaree Witherspoon and Kelvin Carter, for sharing their life with us today. I hope that you all are encouraged. If you are a born-again virgin, hey, now you see that you are not alone. And friends, if this is the journey that you're about to embark on, understand that you can do it, you can be strong, and God is with you. Have a blessed day. Bye.
And even if you're not dating them, and what are they doing? We just chilling. We just chilling. But you're constantly having sex, then you become emotionally involved, and it's harder for a woman, I think, for the man.
I
So
think that
I'm good.
I think that men get attached too. I just think they're afraid to show um, their feelings. So, um, depending on whatever
Okay.
that situation is, but I feel like men tend to have them, but either try to suppress them or not make them known. So they don't really have to think about it when they do other stuff with other people. But yeah, it's definitely attachment, and I feel like it's more than emotional.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm sitting here trying to figure out, like, because on the flip side, like outside of Christianity and everything like that, there's this like push for women to just go ahead and do whatever, and like, and men, it's already was said over years that men did whatever, and now it's like this push for everybody just to do whatever, right? And it's like, but I mean, everybody knows in the back of their mind that this is more than just the act. Like, so I don't know. It's like I feel for I definitely have a heart for single people. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it was a struggle for me because I was like, I always wanted a spouse. Well, mainly for that, but that's a whole nother subject. But I mean, you know, I always definitely was wanting my husband. Who at that time it was like, whoever you are, I just want you. And so I get it. Like anybody that may be in that place where they're like, okay, this is what I desire, but until I get that, I'll wait on God to show me and everything like that. But then when you're living in a world where people are just wilding, people just doing whatever, I mean, it makes it harder. I mean, harder to date, harder to, you know, the whole thing. And so, but people are waiting out. I guess that's the point. People are waiting out here.
Look,
you know,
I see where you're going. I see where you're going. So with our world being the way it is, like you're saying, with, you know, just people just going out, I think it's really important for people to find that foundation within themselves. So no matter what's going on around them, they know who they are as a person, as in Christ. And then you won't be swaying to what everyone else doing. You're firm in your foundation. So everyone that knows me, they know, like, look, Kelvin said he gonna do something, he gonna do it. He said he ain't gonna do it, he's not gonna do it. And that's it. Like, oh, y'all having fun? I'm staying at home. Good night. Like, it's, so they need to be firm in their foundation of who they are, and make sure they have that same foundation in Christ and in their beliefs. And so no matter what's going around them, like with Corona, everybody going crazy, I'm good. This is what I done on the normal. I stayed in my house. So I'm still firm in my foundation, and I'm not swaying because the world want to go crazy about Corona. So, and that's with anything. So I believe if they just stick to that and know who they are, and no matter what somebody say, oh, what you that's all you doing? You ain't doing nothing. That's it. I ain't gonna be doing nothing.
That sounds so familiar. Girl, all you do is work out and go to the gym, and all you do is, and I was like, listen, that's how I keep sanity.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I keep sanity. That's how I keep going. Is working out takes my mind off of that.
I was just going to ask you that.
When I started my journey, when I started 5 years ago, it's like, okay, you got to do something that's going to occupy your mind. That's going to occupy your time so that you're not thinking about it and want to do something about it. So you need to find something to occupy your time, your mind, and keep going. And that's when I jumped into the gym, and it's like everybody's like, "Oh my God, you stay in the gym all day?" I'm like, no, I stay in the gym all day. I just go 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm done at 6 o'clock. I'm sitting at my desk at 8 o'clock. I go home, I get my schoolwork done, I take me a shower, I go to bed. I ain't got time to think about it. I don't have time to think about nothing else. And that's what has helped me get through that first 2 years of struggle.
Oh, yeah, because the first
struggle,
couple of years is that
trying to like,
okay,
all right, I know this. Yes, it's like those first 2 years like a stroke, and it's like it's so funny because you get all kind of stuff. You get people coming out woodworks like, where you come from?
Yup.
Oh my lord, from the past coming out the woodwork, and you got the poke in your head like, made a promise, you committed that you were going to stay true to the game, stick with it, turn your head to the left, and keep on to the right.
Yeah.
So that's what kept me, and it still keeps me going. It's not as bad as it used to be because I mean it's 5 years now, so I'm good. You can
Yeah.
give me all you want to. I'm good, like whatever.
Yeah, because once you have done it before for some years, if you happen to make a mistake and slip up a couple of times, it's not hard to jump back in because if you've been abstinence or celibate that long, it's easy to jump back into the routine.
That is good. Like I really don't even have to ask them unless you guys have more to add on that. Because I was gonna ask you guys like, what kind of wrap up or what kind of like advice you can give for people that are getting ready to start this journey or whatever like that. But both of those are already kind of sums up. I mean, if you guys have more to add,
I mean, I got something else.
You
So.
really and like Kevin said, you really have to dig down in your soul and decide. You're doing this for who? You're doing this for yourself. You're doing this for yourself, spiritually, and you can't go into it half step like, okay, I'ma just maybe dibble and dab, maybe on the weekends and Monday through Friday, I'm okay. And if you're gonna do it, you just gotta make sure you're doing it. I mean, my girlfriend think I'm bananas. They think I'm crazy. They really do think I'm crazy. Like, are you serious? And I'm like, it doesn't bother me because I don't think about it. And I just don't let anybody get in my head. I always that way. It's hard to get in my head. It's real hard to get in my head. So just and probably what helped me a little more is I was a late bloomer. All my high school people were doing their business and like I was a late bloomer. And I don't know, it would have been that I was an only child. And my grandma raised me. So it wasn't much that, that I could do because once that strike came on, sister girl better be out. Now it's a different story. Street light kids still alive. They still, hanging out at night, 12, 1 o'clock, 2 in the morning. And I think some of it is upbringing. Could be, I don't know. But for me, it was my upbringing because I was one of those fast middle school girls or, hot high school girls or, just all up everybody's face. I was an athlete. I've always been an athlete. From middle school, still athlete. So me to submerge myself into my sports or my activity keeps my mind off of. So you just have to find something. If you're going to do this, you really have to find something that's going to occupy this thing right here. Because if you sit still too long, you start to think about it. Like, well, I could go find me somebody real quick. And now you're starting over again. So that's it. But I would say this. It took me, this is miracle. This is my actually first time literally coming out, telling the world that I'm like this album had my best friends know, and that's it. So
Wow.
this is my first. This is my first. Hello, yes, I am
Hey.
that person.
Well,
Because
thank
I
you.
was just like, hey, boy, you looking at me different.
Huh? I'm sorry.
They gonna look at like,
Oh.
I said, people go. I felt people looking like, really? Are you really? Like, okay, but yeah,
Look, we both want to get those
door open.
looks like, huh? But I mean, it's so I know people have on different have different backgrounds, also on different in different walks of life. But like Mel said, that you have to find it with yourself to decide to go on this type of journey because it's not an easy one. Also, the the attachments or the multiple attachments that you may have with multiple individuals, you will see it. It shows up in a lot of different places when you like, darn, why this going wrong? Why this ain't going right? Why this ain't going right? And things just start just like you're connecting yourself with all those people and they got so much other stuff going on with them. And it's just like, it's almost like you're purifying yourself when you're not attaching to yourself to all of these other individuals. So it's like a purification thing. So you definitely have to want it. You definitely have to be strong. And when Mel was talking about being, busy with stuff, it made me think about everything that I was doing. And so, like Miracle can contest, I was working, I was doing three classes a semester, and so it was a lot. So I ain't have time for nothing. Work, school, sleep. Work, school, sleep. That was my schedule. And yeah, so I mean, you definitely have to. You'll find yourself busy in other places, but I would say keeping yourself first, especially if you need that purification in your life to rid from all of the stuff that you were in, and staying away from those potential people that are trying to lure you in for those activities. So, right, right. So yeah, that would be my advice. Is definitely make sure that you're up for the journey because it is a tough one. Now, it is your personal journey. So if you decide now, don't follow me. But if you decide you need to keep all things sexual out, like self-pleasure, then do that, so that you're getting everything that you need from the experience. Now, I already done my part the first time around for my 4 years, and so yeah, I didn't want to do that this time around. So so you decide definitely whether you're going to incorporate that piece to it. But if that works for you, then definitely make that decision. But you definitely have to figure out which one is going to work best for your situation.
And I think so. Listening to both of you all, and just even thinking back on my journey or whatever. I guess one thing I wanted to say is like, well, one, I believe that it's a beautiful thing to wait. Like, I know that this is probably a whole nother, we're not talking about abstinence and stuff right now, but I think waiting is a beautiful thing. Whether it's like, whether you're going, okay, I was doing this and now I'm waiting for myself, or waiting for God, or waiting for, or I just want to maybe pause on this, or whatever the case is, whatever you decided, whatever the choice is. And then, I mean, look at these results, y'all. I'm about to shut y'all both out. I hope y'all don't mind. I'm about to shut y'all both out, though. But
Okay.
like, look results. Okay, like first of all, look at all the focus and how this 54-year-old looking on here glowing, looking better than she's looking better than me today. You know what I'm saying? Glowing, okay. And then I'm sorry, bro, I'm from Call You Out. Hope you don't mind. This boy got a degree now. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? You know, so this is dedication. You know.
Don't forget. Look, don't forget.
Oh yeah, I forgot. And he's in his own home that he owns now. What is we talking about?
Congratulations! I will be in my hope next month.
And look, buying houses and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, people, like, it's a beautiful
Come on
thing.
now.
We got these people are blessed on this line. They make, you know, so they ain't missing out on nothing. Is what I'm saying here.
Look. That's what I said earlier. Corona ain't stopped no show.
I see. I mean, it did make me have another question, but I know y'all probably like, man, we tired.
What's the question? You know that. Hey, I'm just happy to be here. What's the question?
Oh, you feel the same as Michelle? Like, look, I'm ready to go. Actually,
no, girl, I got in the middle. It's 10.
Come on, right?
Degrees and houses.
My door, like,
Look, I got to start back.
Degrees in houses and things. They got their focus on other things. I guess so. My question was, and I don't know if this will be a quick question or not, but so if you were to meet someone else, do you feel like they would need to also be on the same journey with you guys, or do you guys feel like, okay, if you're not on a journey, or you know what I mean? Like, how do you feel about that if you were to meet someone else?
I have a quick one. So, no, they don't have to be on the same journey. Now, if we are in some type of, not entanglement, but if we, so communication is everything. And I feel like if we are having the conversation, and like Mel was talking about earlier, and we are bringing everything to the table as far as communicating, no, you don't have to be on the same level or the same thing, but just know that I'm strong in I'm strong in my decision. I'm strong as a man. I know what I want, and I am not budging until I feel like it makes sense. It's right. And that's it for me.
How about you, Miss?
I second emotion. I second emotion. No, you don't have to be. You don't have to be on same. Everybody got their own journey. I'm gonna just say it that way. Everybody has their own journey, because my journey involves I do, your journey all we do. You don't have to be a born again version to meet me. Just as long as you are, you know, you're true, the communication is there, you're spiritually in tune with everything around you. We have drama, we have no foolishness, we have just somebody who is, they get all corners. And we're a lot of lockdown.
Right. Well, like I said, I don't want to be long y'all's time and everything. I really appreciate you all sharing this part of your lives with all of us. And yeah, thank you all for being on God, Sex, and Love.
Well, look, thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
Till next time.
I want you to poll, because I'm curious on how many men are literally this way. I would really them. Why y'all ain't got to be so scared?
Wait, what's the poll? I missed it. What was it?
a poll. Male's poll on who's waiting or who's not who's abstaining from sex. Now,
Same
Hmm.
girl.
I don't think it's many of us, but I do think there's a.
want to
do
say,
think there's a few.
I think all the men that's on the panel right now, but I don't know they like.
Really?
I don't think, because I know there's the other two gentlemen are single, and I know they. I don't know. I haven't asked them about this part though, so I guess I should ask before I speak for them. But,
Right.
Don't
Right.
speak on their behalf because they might be in the closet. They might be, got the skeletons in the closet.
Well, I guess I should ask. But yeah, I know they're both single. I know they both expressed in the last video we did with them that they were kind of, did they say they were waiting? Something like that. Y'all gotta watch the video.
Okay, so I can say this. Remember, my research says that it may be defined differently for other people. So, maybe it's defined for them a different way.
Mm.
Whatever that means for them.
Okay. Well, I guess we need to see then. I guess I need to look
Interesting.
into getting this poll. Yeah, get this
Right.
poll together and see how many men are really out here waiting. But all right, y'all. Like I said, I won't be long y'all's time. Thank you so much. Talk to y'all later.
You're welcome.
Alrighty,
You're welcome.
thank you.
Hello everyone, it's your girl Miracle Sims, and you already know that your girl is now an author, and my very first publication is none other than a creation inspired by the juice. That's right, friends, you can go on Amazon.com and find the juice 30-day Bible study journal. And this, friends, I hope and pray will help you create your own Bible study experience similar to the one that your girl here shares with you every day here on God's Sex and Love.